This TV and this thing. Oh, come on. Don't. No, you don't.
All right, we're here at Origins Game Fair, covering the fair today with Michael, who designs Dungeon Heroes, and he's just going to tell us a little bit about the game.
Yeah, absolutely. So Dungeon Heroes is a 1 to 2 player dungeon crawl. It's billed as your lunch break dungeon crawl because it's a quick play game. It plays about 15 to 30 minutes. It's nice and compact. You can take it with you to work and finish the game before you finish your hoagie. The game is an asymmetrical style play where one person is going to be playing the Dungeon Lord and building the dungeon turn by turn by placing tiles that he draws from the bag. Observe the tiles, create a little scheme, and place them down in effort to thwart the heroes from what their goal is of collecting the treasure. So the Dungeon Lord will be getting things like traps and monsters and all sorts of nasty obstacles that he can put in the way. The other player plays the party of heroes. He will be controlling 4 heroes, a warrior, rogue, cleric, and wizard. Super streamlined mechanics in the game, very simple to get into the game and learn how to play, and not to mention amazing figurines. Nice laser cut figures there. So the goal of the heroes is to collect 3 treasures. The Dungeon Lord has treasures in his bag, so not only is he placing bad things, but he's also placing good things. So the Dungeon Lord is actually experiencing a bluffing and memory game, while the player playing the heroes is playing more of a pressure luck and deduction.
So I noticed the meeples look really awesome, and I'm pretty sure you actually designed more of these.
Absolutely, yes. The meeples are really something that I'm super proud of. They're made of a really nice plywood. I'm actually applying quite a bit of pressure right now. And you can see my fingers turn red, and it's not even budging. These are super durable, very nice. Perfect even for a toy for a kid. Don't go too young, of course, because they're kind of small. But I am running a Kickstarter that ends Monday night, so I don't know if it's going to be in time for this, but after the Kickstarter, you will be able to find them on my website. But this boasts 46 unique meeple designs, different than the ones you find here in Dungeon Heroes, including a storybook pack that has a prince and a princess and a queen, and then pretty much everything you would expect to see on a Dungeons and Dragons table, from the holder to a giant ooze.
So is there an expansion for the game? Is this a standalone game?
So the game does have an expansion out right now. It's a 2-in-1 expansion that features the dragon and the damsel, as well as the Lords of the Undead. So this expansion, you'll see the different components here. It's going to introduce 4 new figures, including the highly coveted dragon figure, as well as the damsel, the necromancer, and the white lady. It introduces the new hero, the new monsters, and wildly new mechanics, including a marketplace for the heroes, a hero that has to be found and rescued in the dungeon before she becomes active, a monster that is aggressive during the passive phase that takes up 2 tiles. The necromancer brings monsters back to life, and the ghost, who cannot be killed by the warrior, but must be killed by the cleric's healing ability, which then doubles as an exorcism. She possesses heroes, handing them over to the control of the Dungeon Lord. So it really just takes the already dramatic play of Dungeon Heroes and makes it even more wild.
So you said you designed the game.
Yes, I did.
And you kind of started your own little game company for designing games. Where did the idea for the game come from?
You know what? I've been playing Dungeons and Dragons my whole life. It's something I grew up on. I started as a super young kid. That whole medieval fantasy, I fell in love with. That took me into other games, other RPGs, video games. But the problem I was having as I grew up was that was taking a lot of my time, and I needed to, I had a full-time job. I'm now married, and I have a beautiful daughter, and I've simply run out of time to be able to play the games that I love so much. And so I felt a void in my life of this rich, dramatic fantasy theme that I wanted. So I set out to create and capture the wonderful elements that you get in the dungeon crawl, but do it in a quick way that you can sit down with another person and bust out a game in 20, 30 minutes, but still be able to have that rich dungeon experience where you can itemize with your characters, you're overcoming obstacles. You get to feel the different abilities of all the magic and the wonder that comes along with fantasy genres. And so that's I believe I have captured that with Dungeon Heroes, and it has really been taken well. People here at Origins have really responded well to it, and it funded wonderfully on Kickstarter. So.
Well, thank you so much. Again, that's Dungeon Heroes here at Origins. You can find it at